If you want a piece of advice, listen to me and don't get your eye color changed. I did it and now I deal with complications for the rest of my life. You know what this is? If you haven't heard of iris implant surgery, let me be the first one to warn you. Not only is this surgery not FDA approved, it is easily one of the most controversial surgeries in the entire world. Unfortunately, there are so many people who learn this the hard way. If you get this surgery, you are putting yourself at risk. This surgery almost always results in glaucoma, cataracts, corneal damage, infection, retinal detachment, loss of natural vision, and irreversible outcomes. In this case, this girl was extremely lucky. She still has her vision, but she still suffers from blurred vision, and her pupils can no longer dilate, and there is permanent damage to the overall shape of her eye. She even shows her stitches in the video. Let this be a warning if you're considering this surgery. There is no such thing as a safe eye color change surgery. However, you can use colored contacts, which are completely safe.
I have a question about eye color surgery, and I mean no disrespect to these patients, no disrespect to these, a little disrespect to these doctors actually. Because why are they always picking the most unnatural, flattest contacts to put in these eyes permanently? I have never seen an eye color change surgery that has looked natural. What's up with that? Like, she's beautiful, but this is scary. It's always got that dark limbo ring around the outside. You can see it pretty prominently here. I don't know if that's just her natural eye color peeking through or if that's done on purpose, because I've seen that with a lot of these procedures, but it looks beautiful on a natural eye. But here, it just makes it look even flatter, even more like a contact. Like, look at that. It looks worse than a Halloween contact. And note how I don't even need to point out which one is the natural eye color and which one is the surgically done one. It's this one, obvious. I challenge you to find me an eye color change surgery that does not look scary.
Surgeries to change the color of your eyes. Dr. Vicky, ophthalmologist, let's talk about these. So I have been tagged and I've seen a bunch of videos across my FYP of lasers and surgeries claiming to change the color of your eyes, usually from a darker brown to a lighter blue or gray. Are they a good idea? Are they dangerous? Let's talk about it. I have seen 3 different procedures, and I'm going to talk about them from bad to worse. First procedure that you may have seen is called Pigmentation, where a laser is used to deposit pigment, essentially tattoo color, onto the surface or the cornea of your eye. This isn't actually changing the color of your iris, it's just covering it up like a colored contact would. This procedure was originally designed to make blind, scarred eyes look a little bit more normal. Doing this on a normal, perfectly seeing eye is going to risk pain, scarring, infection, and even perforation. The second procedure I've seen, which is worse than the first, is called a stromal laser, where they actually apply laser to the iris of the eye, essentially trying to knock the pigment off of it, revealing the underlying stromal tissue, which can be a little bit more gray or white. This laser was originally designed to be a glaucoma treatment, where you're lasering a hole through the iris for fluid to drain. And people notice like, oh, that area is a little bit lighter, so let's just laser the whole iris. Bad idea, because where does that pigment go? Let me tell you where it goes. It ends up clogging things up, getting stuck on parts of the eye that it shouldn't, causing things like inflammation, glaucoma, and even cataracts. The third procedure that I have seen, which is literally the bottom of the bottom, I do not recommend this, do not do this, is a colored silicone implant. Again, you are not changing the color of the iris, you're just putting something in front of it that's a different color. This is an invasive surgery and has the most risks: bleeding, infection, inflammation, loss of vision, or the eye itself. This procedure was originally used for people who don't have an iris. Either they weren't born with one or they lost it in an accident or a surgery, and the implant was used to help block out the light. Again, doing laser or surgery to your beautiful, perfectly seeing, perfectly functioning eyeball just blows my mind. Don't do it. Just wear contact.
Have you ever wanted to permanently change your eye color? Here's what most people don't tell you. Have you ever wondered if permanently changing your eye color is actually safe?
Lenses, please.
I'm my worst enemy.
I had a patient that did this surgery.
Hey guys, I'm here in India to get my eye color changed.
And lost her vision. Hi, I'm Dr. Molina. I'm an optometrist in Miami, Florida, and had a patient that did this color-changing eye surgery in another country and lost 80% of her sight. This procedure has a lot of risk factors associated with it, and she ended up getting most of them. These include high eye pressure, eye inflammation, and corneal swelling.
You should be aware about the side effects related to it. The pressure can increase and there can be other problems.
Due to these complications, she had to have the implant removed, a corneal transplant, and is on eye pressure lowering medication for life.
I started having cloudiness in my eyes.
I was almost blind from my left eye.
He's like a ticking bomb, you know?
Needless to say, that's why it's not FDA approved here for a reason. If you want more details, comment below and I can do a second part.
This right here is an absolute disaster. Iris implants or iris color change surgery is why so many patients that did this surgery either got glaucoma or went permanently blind. This surgery is so dangerous and so risky that it actually was the #1 most dangerous cosmetic surgery that you could do, beating BBL by like 4 spots. The most wild part about this video is not the fact that this eyeball behind me is mangled. It's the fact that the doctor who posted this, who does keratopigmentation and eye color change surgery, is using this as a way to get patients of his to book color change surgeries. But yet keratopigmentation is not FDA approved and it is extremely risky as well, even though it's not as dangerous as iris implants. We've been doing keratopigmentation for blind eyes as a way to change the cosmetic appearance, but we haven't been doing it for that long on healthy eyeballs. I don't know about you, but I would never pay money to risk my vision, especially in healthy eyes, because there are people out there that wish they had the vision we did. If you want to learn more about your eyes, then follow me to improve your IQ.
Is it safe to permanently change your eye color? First procedure uses cosmetic iris implants that get surgically implanted inside the eye. They sit on top of the iris, which can cause serious complications in the eye, such as trauma to the iris, also cornea damage, even needing a cornea transplant. Here's another example of really serious trauma to the iris. Removing these implants is a real bear. They have to be taken out in pieces, and in that process can also cause trauma. I've had to remove these and it is not fun. And all these complications have been well reported in the medical literature. A second procedure to change eye color uses a YAG laser to remove the pigment on the surface of the iris. In doing so, it reveals the blue color that we are essentially all born with. This procedure is overall safe, however, it has to be done 1 day at a time over the course of 5 days, so it's very labor intensive because only one section of an iris can be treated on 1 day. There's also a big limitation because you can't get the color that you want. You only are going to be getting the color of blue that's underneath the brown of your eye, so you can't get other colors. Third procedure is called keratopigmentation, where a laser is used to make a donut channel under the surface of the cornea, and then specialized ink is placed in that channel. The color range is very vast and it's a quick procedure too, and the results are immediate. The procedure has been shown to be overall safe, and over the course of 15 years there's not been one single infection.
Because once you start digging into these procedures, the story gets a whole lot more complicated than the viral before and after videos make it seem.
No. That is crazy. You guys are magicians.
Hello, Black. I'm all the way in the UK to get my eye done. So well, over the results. The only place to go.
What color are you getting?
Evergreen.
What are your friends and family thinking?
Friends are really excited.
Let's do this, shall we?
Risks include light sensitivity and scratchiness.
There you go.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Great. Well, that's good. It's good.
Ready to take a look?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, those are perfect. I'm very happy with those. I said they're perfect. I'm really happy with them. Oh my goodness.
So what do you think your friends are going to say?
They're going to want to get their eye color changed too. They're going to be, oh, that's so great. I love your eyes. Over the moon happy with them.
Thinking about changing your eye color? Let's talk about why you should think twice. Changing your eye color through surgery might seem tempting, but it comes with some serious risks. There are two main types of procedures: iris implants and laser treatments, as seen here, that alter the pigmentation of the iris. Here are some potential risks associated with these surgeries. You could face complications like increased light sensitivity, glaucoma, cataracts, corneal damage, infection, chronic eye inflammation, irreversible damage, or even vision loss. Given these significant risks, these procedures are generally not recommended and are considered controversial in the medical community. If you're looking for a change in your appearance, there are safer non-surgical options instead. Why not try colored contact lenses? They're safe and fun. Remember, your natural eye color is unique. Embrace it. Would you change your eye color? Share this to help others stay safe.
Let's talk about Jessica Starr. She was a meteorologist from Detroit, and she got a refractive correcting procedure done so she wouldn't have to wear glasses or contact lenses anymore. The procedure she had done was called SMILE. She didn't have LASIK done. The end goal of LASIK and SMILE are the same, but the procedures themselves go about reaching that end goal differently. At the time in 2019, I believe, when she had the procedure done, SMILE had only been around for about 2 years. Now, SMILE is actually known to have less risks and complications post-operation because it's less invasive than LASIK is. However, because of the fact that it had only been out for such a short amount of time, there could have still been some nuances related to that new procedure. We also don't know about her eye history in terms of, was she a good candidate for a procedure to begin with? Did she struggle with some dry eye symptoms, or was she completely healthy and the procedure itself triggered those symptoms? And these symptoms can be very debilitating. And the thing with dry eyes is that symptoms and signs are not always synonymous. We are not sure that if she had actually gone with LASIK, if the outcome would have been the same. If these are procedures that you are interested in getting or looking into getting, always ask questions, do your research, make sure that you feel confident knowing that you are the perfect candidate for a procedure like this. Now, when we talk about these eye color changing procedures, these are purely just cosmetic, with no medical added benefit. It might give you more confidence because now your eye color is something that you had always wanted it to be, is now to your preference, but it provides zero medical benefit and comes with a whole host of risks that just is not worth it. For most people, their eyes are their primary sense. They rely on it day in and day out. So I would be more cautious of the things I do to my eyes, the products I use around my eyes, how I take care of my eyes on a daily basis with my lid and eye hygiene, and going for regular routine eye exams to make sure that even if the vision's okay.
Okay, I wasn't expecting so much interest, and also thank you everyone for the support, the nice messages, wanting to hear part 2. So I just want to start off by saying what is sparking my interest in discussing this topic is because I'm seeing social media posts come up, and it's a new eye color change procedure done by tattooing the cornea. It's not the same procedure that I had done and went blind from. First off, I just want to touch on some comments that didn't sit right with me about mental illness, and that's the reason why anyone would just choose to do that to themselves. I'm actually bipolar, but this was nothing to do with my illness and my struggles. I actually put a lot of thought into getting the eye color change procedure. So as I told in my first story, I was actually doing research for about 4 to 5 years. It's gonna be a pretty hard video for me to make because I'm still so raw in the trauma. Okay, so I feel like once I get over this hump of the hard stuff, I think it'll get easier. Okay, so as in my previous story, because I was so aware of what was happening to myself, because I had done so much research and I already knew the red flags were coming, I had already been begging my eye doctor to remove them. And I was already so scared. Waking up that day when I was blind was particularly, it was so hard and scary because I knew what was going on before I even had to see the eye doctor. A minute to really collect myself. So anyways, being ultra aware that I knew what was going to happen next, with that this was going to not be temporary, that I was literally blinded. That gave me the worst sense of hopelessness, and that led to jumps are so hard. I don't know if I'm prepared for this. I don't know if I can do it. So I don't know. Maybe I have to skip through some parts and talk about like how my situation turned out so good. Basically, I can't get through the part where I woke up. But what I can talk about is how I ended up having a happy ending in this story, and one of the lucky ones I call myself, because there's a lot of people still permanently blind from this procedure that I know of. So basically, I had to have the implants removed. That's obvious. So that caused so much damage, because when they went in to take that colored silicone implant out, it damaged my pupil. It also caused cataracts. And also, once I woke up blind, I was battling with extreme pressure. So I was on drops to take down my pressure, and things were just very complicated and very risky. Okay, I'm not even ready to share. Sorry guys, I can't do it. I'm not even ready. I want to tell the part of the story where I got my vision back. Thank God for science, because it's so amazing to me how far things have come. Usually a cornea transplant, you would have to have like almost like a stamp, your entire cornea, all those layers, the roundness of your eye removed and replaced with a donor. This new technology was called a DMEC cornea transplant, and they take the cellular level of a donor's tissue, so those endothelial cells that I was talking about that the implant pushed forward and killed off, I was able, and that they don't rejuvenate, my doctor was able to, it's basically like they take that one cellular level in, scrape out the part that's dead in my eye and replace it with donor tissue, put an air pocket so that the tissue sits up against the cornea, because the cornea is round, and you lay on your back for 24 hours. I took off the bandage. I had my whole family around me. I opened my eye because this was the eye that was worst off, so we wanted to start with my right eye. Took the bandage off. I opened my eyes and I could see everyone clearly, like crystal clear. Like, it was honestly unbelievable. It was a miracle. And anyways, I had to repeat that on the other side. So a DMEC cornea transplant on each eye, as well as cataract surgery in my right eye. And I still do have a cataract in my left eye, but it's sitting at the point where it's not directly in my vision. And that'll be the last surgery, hopefully the last surgery that I would have to fully recover. Anyways, the problems that I will be dealing with for the rest of my life because of this is that I have pressure issues. I'm not diagnosed glaucoma, but my pressures are unstable. I take drops every day to control the pressure in my eyes. There's lifelong consequences to this. I have my vision back. It's 2020. I cannot believe it. My surgeon is a miracle man, but I take drops for the rest of my life, as well as like a small steroid, because they don't want the cornea tissue to reject. Anyways, it's a happy ending. I'm not ready to tell my full story, unfortunately. I hope I will be soon.
On one side, you've got people celebrating their brand new blue, green, or even purple eyes, saying the procedure was quick, painless, and life-changing. They look in the mirror and can't stop smiling. And honestly, it's easy to understand why that transformation is so tempting. But then, there's the other side of the internet. People who lost vision. Patients needing cornea transplants. Lifelong eye drops.
I'm just right 10 minutes after having the surgery. I was absolutely shocked when I first saw the after. When I looked in the mirror, I was absolutely shocked at how quickly and how much my eyes were just transformed from being dark brown to this amazing gray in 30 minutes. I cannot believe it was that easy and that fast and this big of a change. It's amazing. It just felt like a little bit of pressure and it was such an easy process. I'm in love with the outcome. I'm absolutely in love with it.
I traveled here from Texas and I was looking for a new experience with my eyes. I've had dark brown eyes and you couldn't see my pupils, and it's just something that I've lived with all my life. And when I saw this possibility, and I trusted this doctor for sure, I definitely jumped on the opportunity, and the process was easy. The scheduling was so simple and so easy, and when I got here, the consultation was simple, and he explained everything in detail, and it happened exactly that way. The process was, it was gentle, no pain. He explained everything that would take place, and within, like, I fell asleep that night, slept like a baby, woke up the next morning, and it's like, here I am today. So it was like no time at all. I just consider it a miracle.
How do you feel?
I feel amazing.
How would you describe the procedure itself?
It's actually a lot faster than I was expecting. It's not that bad, and then before you know it, it's just over. So, and then you wake up with these.
When you look at yourself now with these new blue eyes, like, what are you even feeling at this point?
It's crazy because I won't have to take these out anymore like I did before with my contacts, and then these are even better. The color's even better than I was expecting, actually. Yeah.
So even better than your contact lens color?
Way better than my contacts. Yeah, so much brighter and vibrant.
How many hours do you think you're going to be looking at your eyes today
Oh my god, I think, so since I can't use like my phone, this is all I need. Just a mirror.
When you first actually heard about this procedure, that you can actually change the color of your eyes, like, did you think there's just no way, this is impossible? Or like, what did you first feel like when you first even heard about it?
Honestly, like, I was just like, oh my god, is this what I've been looking for? Because I have done research for different eye color procedures over the years, and I would wait it out and see if like it was safe enough, and there's just a lot out there that's not safe.
Correct.
So I just waited and waited, and I was just like, it's eventually gonna happen. So
well, and you're right, because there's another procedure that uses an iris implant. That is not safe. So what we're doing here is we're using ink and putting it in the cornea, making basically a new iris in the cornea. This is safe. But those iris implants that go inside the eye, there have been some like serious problems with those.
So
which is why I never did them.
And I was like, I'm not ever doing that.
So,
just waited patiently over the years.
Somebody said, bro, that is not safe. So this is a good time to dispel misinformation that this procedure, the colorized procedure, is actually really safe. It's based on being done in Europe for 15 years. There's never been an infection. People haven't lost vision or anything like that, especially in people who are good candidates. The pupils dilate. That's another question. So, this here, it's a artificial iris. So the artificial iris actually doesn't dilate, but if we look inside, her natural iris still moves the same as it would as before. So so the pupil inside the eye, the natural one, still does dilate normally. It feel weird.
After the procedure, it does feel a little funny. Just like, I don't know how to describe it. Maybe just like a little scratchy, and like you just want to rest your eyes, but it's not bad.
What was the reason that you wanted to do this and not continue doing your colored contact lenses?
So just wearing the colored contacts for like 17 years now. My people that know me, when I started wearing them, they know me with these eyes. They don't know me with the brown eyes. And so I was just getting tired of putting them in every day, just for the color though. Freedom. Can go swimming with these, I couldn't do that before.
That's true. Right. And actually there's a lot that's come out, even taking a shower with contact lenses increases the risk of infection.
I would never do that. So it's just annoying to get them out, put it back in after the shower. It's just,
choose this color.
Well, this is the color that I've been wearing my contacts pretty much is what resembles these. They were a more toned down color, which I never was like happy with. I wanted them to be brighter, but with the contacts, because they're sitting on top of the cornea, it just looks even more fake, because you see that roundedness of the contacts sitting on the cornea. So I never went brighter like I wanted to, so I went brighter with this color because I know it's behind the corneas and it just looks better that way. Oh, because with contacts you kind of get like a cockeyed effect.
That's right, because the pupil can move around too.
Yeah,
in a contact
exactly.
lens
Yeah,
as
you
well.
can just rub your eye and it's just out of there.
Is talking last for these are permanent changes, but if there's ever any change over the years, we can always add ink again.
Wet my face. Been wearing contact lenses for a long time, and it's just like a struggle to feel like you can't be like yourself with this color. Then this is the option, because like I can't believe I get to wake up with these and go swimming with these. I can wet my face now. I don't have to be like self-conscious of these popping out. So yeah, it's just like if you want really radical change with your eyes, this is it for sure. Contacts won't do it.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
That's so sweet of you. The recap is that yes, it is safe. This is not where we're doing iris implants to change the color. I actually have never done those. Would never do them because iris colored implants inside the eye actually have some serious potential complications where we're putting ink in the cornea. So this actually totally different procedure, long-term safety record of 15 years. And never had an infection, thousands and thousands of cases done around the world, no infections. So it's actually a really safe procedure. So like I said, if you have information, questions, you can contact the staff, info@boxerwalkler.com, just my last name there, or you can look at the link in the bio to our website, and also the webpage, mycoloreyes.com has all the info.
High eye pressure, cataracts, and doctors warning that some of these cosmetic procedures can permanently damage healthy eyes. What's interesting is that not every eye color procedure is the same. Some specialists argue newer corneal pigmentation techniques have shown promising results, while many ophthalmologists still urge extreme caution, saying the long-term evidence isn't strong enough for cosmetic use. That's exactly why you'll find experts completely disagreeing online. And here's the thing.
I did it. I was terrified. I was so scared. This one I was nervous throughout the whole entire time. And it was just one more eye, Angel. Skip it, one more eye. No, it's not painful at all. It isn't painful. I was more nervous and built up my own anxiety. I'm not one of those people that likes to be up when getting any type of surgical procedure done, but it was fast, actually, really quickly. I love the color.
It's amazing. Very nice.
Another dangerous procedure is going viral, and it is literally surgery to permanently change your eye color. This is choroidal pigmentation, and it's a surgical procedure that is done to permanently change the eye color. What happens during this procedure is that surgeons actually use a laser to insert holes in your cornea, the first layer of your eye. Then with that same laser, they're able to change the pigments around that cornea, eventually causing your eye to change color, going from brown to blue in some cases. Of course, this procedure is not FDA regulated, meaning that it has multiple different risks, including most of all going blind. Ultimately, people who are watching these type of videos will be convinced that it is safe and effective and will get it done, going to other countries to get this procedure done. It's important to understand that there is other methods to getting your eye color changed. You could get eye contact lenses that do come with different colors, and that could be more effective and less riskier than getting this surgical procedure. But other surgeries that could also be as dangerous is a retinal surgery, in which doctors change the retina to a different color.
After watching hundreds of those eye surgery, eye color surgery videos, I finally put my finger on what was wrong, because before it was like this uncanny feeling that I was like, oh yeah, that's something ain't right. But now after I really studied the field, it's the fact that the iris has no web color, you know what I mean? It's just a circle with a dark circle in the middle and then the colors around it. You know what I'm talking about? Here's a diagram if you don't know what I'm talking about. Colors, don't get me wrong, those greens be looking egregious. The greens never get greens if you ever do, bro. The greens look crazy. But the blues and the hazels and the browns, they don't look that bad. It's just the fact that they have no webbing in the iris. It's just like a solid color. But yeah.
People are permanently changing their eye color, and here's my take on that. The procedure is called keratopigmentation, where pigment is injected into the cornea, the clear front part of the eye. This is your cornea. This is the outside of the eye, the inside of the eye. A pocket is created with a laser in the body of the cornea, and then pigment is injected into this space. Your actual iris color here doesn't change. The pigment in the cornea masks your iris, changing the outward appearance of your eye. This procedure does have a role in medicine. It can help patients with disfiguring corneal scars or large iris defects. However, used solely as a cosmetic procedure to change eye color, I do have strong hesitation. Do note that this procedure is considered generally irreversible. And my first concern is that the large portion of this cornea is affected by this pigment. And patients do complain of glare, light sensitivity, and decreased contrast sensitivity, probably because the pigment in the cornea is blocking a lot of the light from coming into the eye. Number two, the cornea can be very delicate. If it reacts to this pigment or develops inflammation from the procedure, this can lead to haze or scarring that can permanently affect your vision. And three, thinking about the future, only a small window in the cornea is left clear. It can make retina exams more difficult. It can make future ocular surgery, such as cataract surgery, much more challenging. If you're thinking about eye color change, I would consider reversible alternatives, such as colored contacts.
Just got done. What did you think when you first saw your eyes in the mirror?
I was shocked. I couldn't believe that that was myself. I felt like I was reborn. It's an experience that I don't have enough words. It's priceless. This changes my life. It's a whole new person, a new demeanor, it's a new opportunity in life. I love it.
You had Riviera Blue, and how long had you been thinking about changing your eye color?
Since I was 16, I would wear contacts all my life. I was so lucky enough to meet Dr. Brian, and as soon as I reached out to you guys were so fast at everything, and in less than a week I was here. So that's how amazing this is, and life-changing. I have no words, not enough words, and not enough thank yous.
What did you find that made you comfortable from a safety point of view?
I researched a lot. Thousands of people have already done it, and they've had great reviews, great experiences about it. So honestly, it's just another surgery that got modernized, and it's great. Especially Dr. Brian has amazing reviews. I seen he did the Ace family and a lot of other people, other stars and stuff. So yeah, definitely was like, why not? I mean, this is an amazing opportunity, so I couldn't.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Getting your olive green. Here we go. Open. Look amazing.
Feel comfortable after 1 day after, natural, normal.
And how was it when you looked at your eyes for the first time in the mirror?
It's better than I expected.
How does your wife feel about your new eyes?
Same way. He says it's better than expected.
Procedure risks include light sensitivity and scratchiness. You talk about the procedure itself.
Procedure is comfortable. Something like a little bit weird because it's not used to, but normal. Everything is normal. Something different, that's it.
What made you feel comfortable to actually have the procedure?
It is quick. You don't feel pain or something.
Would you recommend this to other people that are thinking about it?
100%.
I'm going with a purple.
You know this is not a naturally occurring eye color.
Yes.
You're good with that?
I am. Let's do it.
Just made the purple. You know, I think you're going to really like these.
Okay.
Ready to see them?
I am.
Purple violet eyes. This has been your dream eye color.
My favorite color since about 13, 14, 15 years old. We're gonna see how it looks and not just contacts. We're gonna see the real deal now.
Here we go.
Oh wow. Oh wow, okay. Yes, amazing.
How do you feel seeing your eyes like this now?
Well, dream come true. It's definitely game changing. How you like them, Doc?
Oh, I think they turned out great. It was a custom mix, and I think it is the exact color that you wanted.
Amazing. 1%.
You're in the 1%.
I'm in the 1% club. I love it. Thank you, Doc.
You're welcome.
Your eyes aren't like your hair. If a haircut goes wrong, it'll grow back. If an eye procedure goes wrong, there's no reset button. That's a gamble most people don't realize they're making. If your goal is simply a different eye color, colored contact lenses can usually give you the same visual effect without.
What color did you get?
You got olive green.
How long have you been wanting to change your eye color?
I found out about this procedure about maybe a year ago. Once I found out about it, I got more and more intrigued by it.
How do you feel about now having green eyes?
Very satisfied and pleased with the results. It does seem like it's surreal and too good to be true.
When you look at yourself in the mirror, how do you feel?
I feel like green suits my personality a bit more.
What would that be?
You know, mischievous, kind of artistic, creative.
How was the procedure itself?
The procedure was relatively quick. I was extremely nervous beforehand because I've never had anything done to my eyes before, but all my fears quickly diminished after that.
When you first saw yourself in the mirror, how did you feel?
It took me some adjusting, but adjusting in a good way.
And then for anyone who's nervous about the procedure, what advice would you have for that?
Don't lose sleep or stress out about the side effects because you got a professional working on you, and any worries I had were completely diminished after I got the results I achieved.
Did you ever wear colored contacts before?
I've never wore glasses or contacts in my life.
And how long had you actually, in your mind, thought if there's a way to change my eye color?
Maybe a decade or so.
Did you ever back then think it would be possible to change the color of your eyes permanently?
Never. As a matter of fact, I watched a video of depigmentation and it sounded horrifying, so I basically canceled it out.
Would you recommend this to other people who are thinking about it?
Yes, I would, if you want to go with it.
Had your eye color change? What color did you get?
Feel gray, high intensity.
How long have you wanted to do this for?
For over a year. Doing my research until I'll find you.
You wanted to have the high intensity because
It pops. I wanted to see people that I actually changed my color. I don't want to see, oh, you did something. No, obviously, you can see. They're popped. I love the color.
How do you feel about it now?
1000% satisfied.
Are you nervous about the procedure?
Nah, it's really easy. No pain, a little discomfort. That was yesterday. Right now, I look great. If you plan to do it, if you got the money, come and do it. You're not gonna regret it.
Where'd you come in from?
Denver, Colorado. I got a lot of friends. As soon as they see what I did, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be your next clients.
And for people who are nervous, because it's natural, what would you say or advise them?
Don't be nervous. They give you a couple pills before your procedure. Safe, it's quick. 15 minutes after my surgery, I went to sleep. Just follow the instructions. Take your pills. You're gonna be okay.
Any regrets?
Well, yeah. I regret I haven't done it before.
About permanently changing the structure of your eye. Sometimes the safest option isn't the most exciting, but it's the one future you will probably appreciate. So before booking a flight or believing a 30-second social media success story, ask yourself one question. Is a new eye color really worth risking the only pair of eyes you'll ever have?